Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to you with that instant basketball analysis on this wonderful Friday night in Wisconsin. We're going to talk about a good Eastern Conference matchup that just happened not too long ago, live on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there. And we've seen the Detroit Pistons beat the Cavaliers 122 to 119. Detroit leads the season series 2-1. They play again before the season ends. The Cavaliers go to 37 and 24 and 17 and 13 on the road. The Pistons go to 44 and 14 and 24 and 7 at home. The Pistons made a lot of mistakes and still ended up winning this one. The out of bounds, the missing free throws, the fouling, and they still found a way to win this one. You got to be impressed by that. Cleveland 35 to 27 in the first quarter. The second quarter was won by Detroit 23 to 19. They won the third quarter also 35 to 30, but they lost the fourth quarter 30 to 29, which allowed them to go into OT where the Pistons outscored them 8 to 5. They got a good early lead, and then they was able to finish it off with some free throws. So that's how it can be. Everybody in the start lineup for the Cavaliers ended up scoring double figures in points. They all had a rebound. They all had an assist. Jared Allen, 25 points. He was really good at finishing around the rim, and he also hit some jump shots and some free throws. He finished 10 to 12 from the field, 5 of 8 from the free throw line for 25 points in 31 minutes. He also had 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 turnover, and a block. He fouled out. That was the part that sucked the most for him. He kept doing some ticky-tack fouls, but he also fouled out of this one. But he was good offensively, and you have to be happy with that. Evan Mobley had a good game. No Donovan Mitchell. No James Harden. Somebody has to score more points this game, and he stepped up and played 37 minutes and had 23 points. He had shot 9 to 15 from the field and also stretched the floor and made some threes and went 4 of 8 from 3 and 1 of 2 from the free throw line for 12 boards. That's a double-double for him. He can slip and catch you a couple times a game, and he's going to be riding on that coast of the court, and it worked out. He also had 4 blocks. He's one of the better rim protectors at his position. He also had 1 turnover and assist, 2 personal fouls, and was a -5 and plus minus. Dennis Schroeder, 38 minutes, 12 points. He went 4 of 15 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He made some clutch baskets for them in this game, but he could have shot the ball a little bit better. And if he would have did that, they probably win. But he did have 9 assists. The problem was 8 turnovers. He's tiny, he's small, and you know where he's trying to go and what he's trying to do because he hasn't really changed or switched his game up too much. But other than that, he had 1 steal in the block, 1 offensive board, 1 person was a -15 and plus minus. Sam Merrill had 20 points. He was good, mainly from 3, going 4 of 10 from 3. He also went 4 of 4 from the free throw line. So it showed you that he can score in other ways, and he kind of was forced to. And he finished 6 of 14 from the field, which is something you would take. He also had 1 rebound, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, and 2 steals. 3 personal fouls, and was a -13 and plus minus. Jalen Tyson, he was straight. He had 15 points and went 5 of 10 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He also had 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and 2 steals. He almost fouled out of this one, but he didn't. They needed his defense. They needed his floor spacing. They needed his athleticism on the defensive end. He provided that, but it still wasn't enough to get the win. And he was a -9 and plus minus. Naquan Tomlin finished with only 1 basket being made. He finished 1 of 5 from the field and missed a 3. He also had 2 rebounds and still in the block. You have to like his two-way play, but you needed more from him offensively too, though. 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, and a +1 and plus minus. And Thomas Bryant missed some easy baskets around the rim throughout this game. He also went 1 of 3 from 3, got an and 1. So he finished 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 5 of 12 from the field for 13 points. He was the only person off the bench to score in double figures in points, although some people off the bench played more minutes than him. He did have 8 boards, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and a block. 3 offensive boards, and a personal foul was a +10 and plus minus. I liked his rebounding a lot in this game. It was essential to keeping him in when he was out there. Craig Porter Jr., 32 minutes, 5 points, 2 of 9 shooting from the field. He went 0 of 3 from the three-point line and 1 of 2 from the free throw line and had 12 assists. You got to like the way he's been running that offense off the bench and just making everybody feel involved and making sure the sets get ran the right way to the very end. He also had 3 steals in the block, 3 turnovers, an offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, and was a +13 and plus minus. Tyrese Proctor played 19 minutes and had 4 points. He went 1 of 2 from the field and missed his only 3. Also went 2 of 2 from the free throw line. They had an assist, no turnovers, and a steal. Three personal fouls and was a plus 12 in plus minus. And then you look at the Detroit Pistons. Tobias Harris was open a lot throughout this game, missed some. And this one, he finished 5 of 13 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3 for 11 points. He still got to be happy that he got double figures, and he also had 6 steals. That was really good, and they needed all of them, honestly, because he also had 5 assists. He's a team player. He's going to make sure the right play is made. He also had 5 rebounds, 1 personal foul, was a -1 and plus minus. Duncan Robinson had 8 points. He went 3 of 4. He played 34 minutes. He went 3 of 9 from the field, 2 of 8 from 3. You know, he had some good ones. He had some forced ones, and he didn't shoot that great because of those reasons. He also had 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and 2 blocks. He did foul out, unfortunately for him, but the Cavaliers can be a tough team to stay in front of. He also had one offensive board and was a +7 and plus minus. Jalen Duren played 42 minutes. That was the most on the team. He ended up scoring 33 points and went 11 to 19 from the field and 11 to 15 from the free throw line. He's strong. He's really athletic, so it's hard to stay in front of him. It's hard to check him. He's going to get some putback opportunities. He's going to get some good rolls. He's going to move his feet and use his athleticism to finish physical as much as he can. And he did a dominant game again tonight. He had 16 boards, so it was a double-double. He also had 3 blocks and a steal and 3 assists. The best thing he did also was only having 1 personal foul in 42 minutes. He also had 7 offensive rebounds and was a +14 and plus minus. Cade Cunningham, 37 minutes, 25 points. He went 11 to 21 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3, 3 of 5 from the free throw line. He finished with a double-double because he had 10 boards. He also had 7 assists, 2 steals, 4 turnovers, and 6 personal fouls also. And he did get 2 offensive rebounds and was a +2 and plus minus. He flirted with a triple-double in this one. Fell short, got some costly turnovers too. I liked his shot selection a lot more in this one. He made half his shots, well, over half his shots, so you have to be happy with that. No big problem with Cade besides he fouled out. They needed him, and they was able to hold it together enough to get the win. But it'd been a whole lot better if they had Cade out there. And I didn't like the fact that he missed some crucial free throws too, although they ended up winning the game anyway. Asura Thompson, 36 minutes, 18 points, 7 to 10 from the field, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals, and a block, 3 offensive boards, 3 personal fouls, and a +7 and plus minus. He can attack that basket, and that's something he's really good at, and it draws enough attention for him to be able to find his teammates, and you know he's going to make plays on the ball defensively, and those situations worked out for him too. Paul Reed, 11 minutes, 4 points, 2 of 4 from the field. He missed his only 3 though. He did have 6 boards. That was the most off the bench. He also had an assist. He got a steal and had 4 offensive rebounds and had 3 personal fouls and was a -11 and plus minus. 3 personal fouls is a whole lot for 11 minutes, but he still did get 6 rebounds. That's really good. Ronald Holland was the only guy to score in double figures in points off the bench. He played 15 minutes and got 12 points. He went 4 of 6 from the field, 2 of 3 from the three-point line, had 3 boards, 1 turnover, 2 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and was a -6 and plus minus. He did a really good job picking his shots and knocking them down, and he was open for basically all of them. Javonte Green went 1 of 4 from the field and 0 of 3 from the three-point line for 2 points in 7 minutes. He also had 2 rebounds, no turnover, and a steal. 1 of his rebounds was offensive. He also had no personal foul, was a +6 and plus minus. Karis LeVert had 1 point because he went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He did miss his only shot though from the field. He had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 2 turnovers and a steal, showing you that he can do other things too, which he has done for them this entire season when he has been on the court. He also had 1 offensive rebound, 2 personal fouls, was a -4 and plus minus. Marcus Sasser, you know he's out there to shoot. He went 0 of 2 from 3 though and misses only 2-pointer. He did have 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 2 turnovers. No personal fouls and was a +1 and plus minus. Dennis Jenkins, 19 minutes. He had 8 points. He went 2 of 10 from the field, 1 of 3 from the three-point line, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 turnover, and 2 personal fouls, and was a 0 and plus minus. And both teams shot 46% from the field, but the Pistons shot 22% from 3, while the Cavaliers shot 37% from 3. That kept them in the game. The Pistons did shoot more free throws, 33 free throws compared to the 27 of the Cavaliers, but the Cavaliers shot 74% and the Pistons shot 73%. 56 rebounds for the Pistons. That was really large in keeping them in the game since they got beat by the 3-point percentage. But the Cavaliers had 41. 26 assists for the Pistons, 32 for the Cavaliers. 13 turnovers for the Pistons, 17 for the Cavaliers. 14 steals for the Pistons, 10 for the Cavaliers. 6 blocks for the Pistons, 9 for the Cavaliers. 21 offensive rebounds, a 10 difference because the Cavaliers had 11. 35 also defensive rebounds for the Pistons, only 30 for the Cavaliers. They got beat by 5, but 27 personal fouls for the Pistons, 24 for the Cavaliers. But like I said before, the Pistons shot more. Close game. Very, very weird type of game, too. Just too many mistakes from both teams, and they didn't execute the way they needed to. I feel like it was really sloppy. It was a lot of careless plays, a lot of unnecessary gambles, a lot of just overthinking situations, a lot of just pettiness and childishness too. But like I said, they played a game to win. The Pistons did enough to get that done, even without Cade. In the overtime period, they wanted to win. They got it. It wasn't the greatest game, wasn't the best game to see throughout, especially in the fourth quarter and overtime. But I watched it to see who was going to win. They played the game to see who was going to win. And tonight was the Pistons' night again. It's been happening more times than not. They just that tough. They just that good. And, they got the win. And for the Cavaliers, like they should have won this one. I don't know how they ended up blowing this one. They had too many cushions, too many ways to capitalize off what the Pistons was doing, and they kept finding ways to shoot themselves in their foot in with a gun. They kept shooting themselves. They kept damaging themselves. They kept playing themselves. They kept making too many crucial mistakes, and that just gave the Pistons said, "Well, we still in it. We still in it. We still got a shot. We still got a shot." And then they ended up pulling it off. And this is a game. If you're a Cavs fan, you should say, why did we keep slapping ourselves on the face when we can just clap for the victory? Although they was in Detroit tonight, they was playing like they wasn't. I don't know what this game was. I don't really know what was going on. But it was longer also than I wanted it to be, especially because they had to stop the game for the buzzer situation. But maybe that was just the start of saying it's going to be a little iffy type of game. And we had to see it coming, but we didn't. So we kept watching like it's going to be really a highly tough battle. And then you just realize it was just a bunch of random stuff going on from both teams and from the fans and also from the situations that happened throughout the game. So I watched it. It was good enough to see, but I ain't in a rush to watch it again. Comment, like, subscribe, share it, that notification, man, to get that analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today with more analysis, of course.